Here is a question. Why do humans have a language but not other animals? What would be your answer to this question? Well, here are some of the responses from people on a Facebook post.
Other animals do have languages. Animals do talk to one another. Other animals do have a language. Who says other animals don't have a language? Of course they do. The assumption that only humans have a language is so species-centric. We seriously need to get over ourselves. If the bilingual doesn't think animals have a language, they miss some science. Horses, mules, and donkeys seem to understand us. What a crock! Darwinian retard! I smell bourgeois. All of creation has a language. Quit being so arrogant.
Okay. Let's stop right there. I think first we need to define what the word language means so there's no confusion. When I say language, I don't mean human languages like French or Malay. I'm talking about the mental process that combines words into sentences, producing thoughts or thought. That is what I mean by language. And as far as we know, other animals do not seem to have the same mental process. Researchers try to teach language to other species like chimps and gorillas. Since most animals can't make sounds like humans, they were taught sign languages. Even though chimpanzees and gorillas could string a couple of words together, the researchers failed to make them talk like us. Clearly, animals do not have the same capacity to develop language like Homo sapiens do. What animals do have is communication. Even insects like bees are known to be excellent communicators with their tiny brains. But that doesn't mean they have language. But how can they have communication if they don't have language? Again, language is putting words together to form sentences and thoughts. Language needs what is called syntax, a set of rules for creating sentences. Syntax tells us how to put words together the right way. Dogs and cats might be able to comprehend some words like treat or walk, but they fail to understand sentences with syntax. If they don't have syntax, they don't have language. It doesn't mean they can't communicate with us or that they're not smart. It just means they don't have language. But of course, there are still good boys and good girls. So then, why do only humans have language? A conventional theory goes something like this. A long time ago, our ancestors started having big brains. Since they became so smart, they invented a way to share their thoughts with others. Little by little, language became more complex, and now we have languages like Romanian, Vietnamese, and Zulu. Well, okay, that makes sense. Right? Well, once we take a closer look, it turns out this theory has many holes. Think about it this way. If you don't have language, how can we have thoughts? Well, we can't. And if you don't have thoughts, how smart can we possibly be to create language in the first place? So some linguists, people who study language, came up with a different theory. They think language was given to us by nature. In other words, a genetic mutation caused language to occur in one lucky human around 50,000 years ago, give or take. Okay, this theory is not as appealing as the previous one. It almost sounds like heliocentrism, and we all know how that turned out. So can it be true? Language was given and not invented? The answer is yes. To learn more, subscribe to The Bilingual or order a copy of The Birth of Language.
Would you like to learn more about language? Then get a copy of The Birth of Language from Amazon, Apple Books, or Google Play Books.